Mortal Kombat 1 has faced quite a bit of controversy, primarily over its Nintendo Switch port. There is no way it's acceptable at a $70 price tag, but to make things even worse now, NetherRealm is getting roasted for showing PC footage in the trailer for the Nintendo Switch version of the game. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. So I wanted to start off with this Dexerto article. It says Mortal Kombat 1 fans blast misleading Nintendo Switch trailer with Steam achievements. Now, I think we all can agree that the Nintendo Switch version of the game is not acceptable. Okay, if they wanted to really put the game in its current state on the Switch, it should not have a $70 price tag, maybe $30 at most. It unfortunately just does not hit the quality that we expect for a full price AAA game. And yeah, people have been extremely upset over it, but now people have noticed that the Nintendo Switch trailer is actually extremely misleading because it shows Steam footage, it shows PC footage. It says, though Mortal Kombat 1 is largely being celebrated by critics and fans, there is one major thing holding the game back from being a resounding success: its Nintendo Switch port. Players have been calling the Nintendo Switch release nearly unplayable and are criticizing NetherRealm for charging full price for such an inferior version of the game. Now, of course, I'm sure that NetherRealm is kind of freaking out behind the scenes because you never want your game to release and have it be called nearly unplayable, but this has affected them in very negative ways, right? People bought it, people are saying that it's nearly unplayable, people are leaving negative reviews, and people are taking to social media to voice how unhappy they are with this situation. And I've got to be honest, it is a lot of the talk surrounding this game. Of course, there are, fighting game fans out there and Mortal Kombat fans who are praising the game, saying it's really good, but a lot of the talk has been surrounding this port. It says, making the situation more frustrating is the game's launch trailer shared on the Nintendo of America YouTube channel. The trailer uses footage that was clearly captured on PC rather than the Switch, something that is made even more obvious by an error that was left in, which is just so bad. You'd think that they would have people at least checking these trailers to make sure they're good, but after seeing a tiny bit of footage on the Switch versus this trailer, you can tell that they are not the same. But they also actually left in, as you can see on the bottom right, a Steam achievement. So it is just cut and dry, plain and simply PC footage. They thought that this was acceptable, not to show the actual Switch footage because they knew that it was going to get absolutely roasted and they'd probably lose sales, but instead they decided to disingenuously show PC footage in a completely different version of the game. Yeah, people do deserve to be furious over this. Now, I personally did not purchase it on Switch, but I can see why people buying it on Switch would be so upset over this situation. I'm not even buying it on Switch and I'm upset over it. I think that this is absurd and a company should not be doing this. And again, a company should not be releasing a game at this level of quality for a $70 price. Now, even though this has happened and people have proof, they actually decided to remove the trailer entirely. Video unplayable, this video is private, so they are taking a lot of heat and they understand that. I don't know if this trailer was getting ratioed. I would assume it did get ratioed because people have been sharing this on social media. People have been talking about this. But yeah, they decided to private it. They have not put up a new ad with the Switch footage itself. I'm sure that they will in the next few days. But, now, on top of this controversy, people are still pretty upset with the quality of the game. IGN had posted Mortal Kombat 1 proves to be too much for the Switch. The load times are egregious. There are numerous bugs plaguing both graphics and gameplay, making for a poor quality port of a great game that's all around aggravating to play. There are some people here saying, it's unfortunate, this is a horrible port, they really need to do better, but there are still Mortal Kombat fans here trying to defend NetherRealm and trying to defend this port, which in my opinion, you can't do. There's no grounds where you can defend this port by any stretch of the means. And of course, there are a lot of fighting game fanatics out there that will say, all we should care about are mechanics. And I get that. People who enjoy and love card games say the same exact thing. But this quality is unacceptable. And my counter would be, why do we need graphics at all? That if all you really care about are the mechanics, who cares about what the fighters look like? Who cares about what the backgrounds look like? Who cares about costumes? Just make them stick figures. And of course, that is not what you want. That is not what I want. That is why I sit here and I call out situations like this. That is not what people want. The aesthetics, the artwork, the costumes, the story, all of these things matter, and they all make Mortal Kombat what it is and why it is so popular today. One of the reasons people have loved the franchise isn't just because of the unapologetic gore, but because of the story, because of the characters, because of the options. That's why all of these things matter, and I understand you love Mortal Kombat, but this quality is just completely unacceptable from NetherRealm. There's also articles like this going up. $70 Mortal Kombat 1 Switch version called Robbery by fans flagging graphical issues. Now, Ed Boon has promised that they are going to fix the game and they're going to make it better. And a number of the concerns are going to absolutely be addressed, but who knows how long that's going to take. And I've got to be honest, while they might be able to patch it up a bit and fix some of the bugs and glitches, they're never going to get it to be the equivalent of the PC version. That's just not going to happen. The Switch is not powerful enough. Part of the issues here, yes, is the console it's trying to run on itself. The Switch is just not all that powerful, but at the same time, you shouldn't be charging $70 then. It's just that simple. Release a half-assed game, but have it be a half-assed price. That's all I can really say about it. Mortal Kombat 1 is very clearly getting absolutely roasted right now by people. There are some that are still trying to defend it, and I understand that you really love Mortal Kombat, but this quality is just not acceptable at all whatsoever, and we'll see how long it takes them to fix it. They could promise it, and then it could be 6 months, and things are still not the way that they should be. But again, it's never going to hit 100%. It's never going to, reach the heights of a PC version. Unfortunately, that is just the way the cookie crumbles. But yes, it is getting roasted for its poor quality, and fans are blasting them over the extremely misleading Nintendo Switch trailer. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.